you can qualify to be called a state, or how you can be qualified to be called a country, or what should qualify you to be recognized by international community, even when some people may not recognize you, or some organization may not recognize you. But the qualification to be recognized as a state is one. You must have a permanent population. Biafra has demonstrated that we have a permanent population. In addition to this, the Biafra Republic Government in Exile in the coming weeks will unveil the Biafra registration and the National Identity Registration of Biafra Republic, which is going to be completely online. That is going to help the Biafra people to lay the database of the Biafra Republic. Number two, for you to have the qualification to be recognized as a nation, you must define your territory. I want to inform Biafra people today that the Biafra Republic Government in Exile and the de facto government in the homeland has defined the Biafra territory with a new edited map. Number four, the government. For you to be recognized internationally, you must form a government. And I want to inform Biafra people today that we have formed a government. We did not just form a government, we have formed the Biafra Republic Government in Exile government, and we have also formed the de facto government in the homeland. Number four, before you can be recognized as a nation, especially when you are fighting to liberate your people like the Biafra people are fighting today, you must have the capacity to enter into relation with other states. Today, we have demonstrated that we have the capacity to enter into relation, inter-treaties, and sign alliances with different states. And we continue to maintain the alliances with Ambazonia. We will continue to maintain alliances with others who are secretly supporting the Biafra liberation movement. And in the coming months, as the case may be, there will be coming openly to make statement based on what Biafra will be doing. I want Biafra people to understand as well that this is not just about the military aspect of it, it is also a democratic aspect of this Biafra liberation. And for that reason, we have activated the Article 20 of the African Charter of People and Human Rights. The African Charter of People, the African Charter of Human and People Rights, Article 20 state that all peoples shall have the right to existence. They shall have the unquestionable and the inalienable right to self-determination. They shall freely determine their political status and shall pursue their economic and social development according to the policy they have freely chosen. I want everyone to pay attention to this. The Article 20 of the African Charter made it very, very clear, and that's exactly what the Biafra Republic Government in Exile is doing today. And we have fulfilled all this requirement, and we are ready to showcase the Biafra government and the nation to the world, which is going to be happening simultaneously in the coming weeks and months. I also would like to address those doubting Thomases who do not understand that Biafra has invested in arms and ammunition. That going forward, those who come with jet, we will begin to shoot them down. I am telling you the fact. Fly on the airspace of Biafra to throw bombs on our people, we will shoot you down. I want to also inform Biafra people, for those who are sharing fake letters and fake news claiming it is emanating from Biafra, leader of indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Disregard them. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu continued to be the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, and he will continue to be the leader, but at this point, he can't lead from captivity of the enemy. I want everyone to understand this particular point very clear. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in DSS, what it means is that the over 70 million Biafrans are in the DSS. And we cannot fall for the trap that I have set with those who parade themselves as freedom fighters. Taking order or any instruction from the DSS dungeon where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is being incarcerated means that entire Biafra is being caged by the not accept. What we are doing in the interest of the over 7 months, as long as Nigeria continue to detain Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. When he is free, he is going to address Biafrans, and then we will know where we are going to go and how we are going to continue from there. But at this point, he continued to be the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, but we are not going to allow the DSS to give order through him to the Biafra people. The idea of arresting or kidnapping him from Kenya and extraordinarily renditioning him to Nigeria was to end the Biafra struggle and to end the freedom fighting for Biafra. And that has failed woefully. And remember that we said we are not going to allow Nigeria state to succeed. Today, we have defeated them. You have defeated them. Your resilience, your steadfast, your genuinity in the Biafra liberation has made it possible for us to defeat Nigeria. And this victory belongs to you. And I want every one of you to stand very strong, to know that what you are doing is to safeguard your future, to safeguard the future of your children, the future of your generation unborn. And you owe them that duty of care. Do not allow anybody to deceive you. We will not and we will never allow the DSS to dictate how the freedom of 70 million people will be fought. It is not possible. If you fall for that scam, believe me, you will never be free from Nigeria. And I know that over 99% of Biafrans understand that it is time we'll tell the DSS and the Nigeria Islamic State that no, you can't dictate how we liberate ourselves from you. Anything coming from the DSS, anything coming claiming that it comes from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, no, it is coming from the Nigeria state. And it can never favor the struggle for Biafra. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be released. And if they don't release him, after these 2 weeks at home, we are coming with more stringent measures how to deal with the Nigeria state. And this time around, we will make sure that we target the Nigeria state. The government, the revenue, everything is what we are targeting this time around. I want you to understand that there is no going back in this movement. We will continue to crash the economy of the Nigeria terrorist state. We will make sure that before oil exploited from Biafra land, they are going to suffer. I want you to understand there is a wave of change in the entire Africa. Military coup happening here and there, and a lot of things are happening. Believe me, it is not a coincidence. Something is happening, and something is going to happen to Nigeria very soon. And Nigeria will never survive the wave that is coming from this week, starting from this week. So, Biafra people, no matter the propaganda that the enemy brought to you, or the enemy are going to bring forward from tomorrow, remember, you can never take order from anybody coming from the Nigeria state. Most of the lawyers have sold out. Most of the lawyers are there for business. Most of the lawyers are just there for their profession. And some of them, you know, Nigeria is a very corrupt country. Some of them being threatened. Some of them doing it for business. But one thing is very, very certain. We are fighting for Biafra freedom. We are fighting to save the people of Biafra. Remember that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not the only person in DSS dungeon. There are many people in DSS dungeon, Biafran people. So as we are demanding for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we are also demanding for the release of all the Biafran agitators and fighters that are here this evening. I want to tell you not fall into and say that. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu never said anything. What they are trying to do is to create a name and to create confusion and disagreement and misunderstanding between Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Never see who we don't know with him. And trying to do where there is he actually said it. They will tell you Samuel Ekpa said it, and then you think he actually said it. They will tell you Samuel Ekpa is being sponsored and Bakuro. They will say Samuel Ekpa is being Nigeria. Actually and then we allow the DSS dodger. That is exactly what they are looking for. Because Mazi come out, it is those who were responsible. So when you see them doing all these things, they are for to provoke Simon Ekpa, and we have refused to be provoked. I will not listen to anything until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say it. Then I will know he said it. So I want to encourage them not to understand all these people only distracting us. Let us know what is going to be happening from going forward. The liberation has entered a new, and we are going to benefit from all these situations that they are from the devil and all that. It is preparing ground for the right breakup, and it is preparing ground for Biafra to emerge as a nation. I want you to understand that in the coming days, a lot of things will happen. When they are happening, stay safe. You see stories coming to kill. Be security conscious. If you are not engaging them, do not engage them. To pass the information to the media, how to get and take care of them. It is now eye for an eye. I want to also inform you that those who parade themselves of Ohaneze We don't want to see them holding meeting and represent, does not represent anybody. So, as this particular liberation of Biafra is really bad, and I challenge them to hold meeting in Biafra land. They can never ever be allowed to hold meeting in Biafra land. Where? So there are some planning to gather somewhere. France will engage them. You will see a change. What is against the criminals, against the corrupt, the evil, against Islamic, against every oppressor to sponsor killing. To make sure that we disseminate information of Biafra and create this awareness to the highest maximum. The Biafra liberation,
the kind of the things we say that they collect for that community, say government don't repay them back because now there some of the oil well they but waiting that they suffer, they pass them all. For a number of weeks now, Ejemekuru community in Uguta, local government of Imo State, has been under attack, believed to be reprisal, one perpetuated by hoodlums in collaboration with some youths of the community. An indigene from Umwebe village in Ejemekuru, who pleaded anonymity, told Trumpeter that for more than 2 weeks, the community has been regularly attacked at 7 p.m. every day, thus forcing the entire community to go to bed earlier than usual. According to our source, recently, 3 members of the gang were caught after an attack which led to a gun duel. One out of the 3 hoodlums caught, who was an indigene, was beaten to a pulp and asked to reveal the identity of his other members, which he refused and instead opted to die alone. He was allowed to go home, where he later died few days later, but the other 2 were handed over to police. One died on the way, the other in the police cell. Eared by these incessant attacks, the Ejemekuru community met and mapped out security strategies to tackle these hoodlums, but it leaked. Another attack took place one evening. On our arrival, there were shouts of "Wait them, wait them." The gallant Ejemekuru vigilante confronted and repelled them. They fled, leaving 2 vigilante members, Mesa Sijuke Obiago and Ebujeru, injured. Meanwhile, fear of the unknown had gripped the residents, with another level of insecurity parading the community as they seek the attention of the government and security agencies. Some time ago, this issue of insecurity was what we used to hear in the Far East and the Far North. It was not even within Nigeria and the rest of them. It was not even within Nigeria. Not even the issue of Boko Haram started somehow around, we started hearing Boko Haram around maybe 2008, 2009, 2012. We started hearing something like Boko Haram. That was the beginning of it. It was in the cradle. But as it stands now, it looks as if that insecurity or the issue of terrorism and banditry has become a lucrative business in Nigeria. And it looks as if many people are venturing into that business that will end up destroying their community and where they are coming from. And sometimes I begin to wonder about these people who have decided and concluded in their heart that the work they will be doing is to constitute nuisance in a community or commit mayhem in a community. heinous crimes and bad eggs in the community, then my question is keeping your community in disarray, in panic, and in honor of LL Wenata. I wonder what gain these people are gaining from this kind of barbaric act. Because for me, I don't think there is gain in it. But the root of money is all evil, they say, because some of these people do these things for money. Either they were contracted by a politician, or maybe somebody that is trying to take over the Ogbe. That's the community. That's what I mean by Ogbe. Because these big men, whenever they feel that maybe somehow someone is trying to take over from them, you see them recruiting young people, giving them small money and guns, and tell them, do whatever you want, our immunity will protect you. And these young boys forgetting that yes, they will give you that small money, then give you drugs and the rest of them, so that you can use to keep yourself busy, forgetting that you yourself, you are destroying your own life, that when everything happens, they will leave you. You can see from that information I passed to you, one of them was caught and his community members were beating him to reveal who is the head of this action, and he said that he would rather die alone, because somehow maybe they have taken a deep oath. Maybe they may tell them do this, do that, do this, do that. If you try to reveal our secret, maybe all your family members. And the guy decided to die alone, eat alone, and die alone. My own talk will still be onye na-etinye aka enwe n'ofe, otinye aka enwe n'ofe, otinye aka enwe n'ofe, otinye aka enwe n'ofe. Chetakwa na onwe ka esi hapụgide aka enwe n'ofe ọwa aka mmadụ. Obviously, can the olden people, the people of the olden days usually say that he that puts the chimpanzee hand in the soup should remove it before it will turn to akamado, before it will turn to human being's hand. The person will be say you they carry chimpanzee hand they put for soup. It go turn to human being hand. Now the matter will be say be that. And our people they talk say person where they tie clothes bath, say make him know himself, because everybody knows say if you want bath you go remove your clothes. But because of mpona roala, person go tie clothes, go bath. This thing is redo and also a proverb. Maybe some young people maybe might not understand the area I'm going. Because if you destroy your own home because of one or two things, because of little money, where are you going to go? If you destroy your own home because of small money, because of politics, just like what politicians are doing now, go to Imo State and see what is happening. Somebody might look at some of those things and say IPOB this, IPOB that. But people who are wise, we know that somehow what is actually happening now is very, very political. It is political. Because if you put your eye inside water, you go see. They say if you bend down, you go see about. If you stand up, na osisioma, na you go see. But my own go say, I go tell the people, may they bend down so that they go truly see Abba. And the prayer is that Chukwuokike Abiama will not allow the people that have decided that the Igbo themselves will not rest. They themselves will not rest. Politicians were voted there to help their people, bring the betterment of their community. And when their people see that they are not doing well and wants to vote them out, you see them using the barrel of gun. You see them using all manner of tactics, all manner of gimmicks to be able to confuse the people. Forgetting that ukwu na-aga wala. Anya na-aga wala dị ihu ya anya o. Ọ dị ihu dị ahụ o. Se ukwu ịgaga wara. Anya na-aga wara dị ihu gị o. The matter be say nke ọbụla onye na-eme nya gbado anya maka na ogbu mmadụ ekwekwana ka mmaga anya n'azụ. Mana ụwa ka ndị gụlụ egwu si na onye meliki ome gịnị ọnaba. Maka na nwere onye ga-ebu ụwa n'isi. Look at this young boy musician wey die, wey they call Mohbad. He don't die, money still dey in my account. And now in family fit still dey fight for the money. The person wey don die, and person wey don die no get as wetin you go do for am again. The best thing to do for person wey don die na to carry am put for ground, bury am, na the last respect wey you go give am, and the living will continue to dey live their life. My point is, please, people wey be say una work na to dey spoil community, to dey feed on human blood. Because if your business is if the business wey be say you dey do na to dey feed on human blood, what do I mean? By paying bandits to be doing some one or two things, e mean say you yourself one day you go follow do. Because you no follow go for the field do, na you dey pay them make they do, na you dey do. Make I wonder me here. Still remember that you are still on one and only channel. Don't touch the dial. If not the first time we be say the carry body chew, kindly go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share, and also remember to on your notification button so that whenever our news drop, you go be the first we will collect. And thank you for listening. God bless you.